Hi, everyone. Good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It's a bit cloudy this morning, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the sun will come out. And I hope that wherever you are in this beautiful world, you're having a great day, that you're feeling good, healthy, strong, and just excited for another day. I'm having a cup of tea this morning. I've got my yogi tea, lemon ginger. It's a nice tea. I often, as I've told before, put lemon in my lemon ginger because it's actually a nice addition. And yeah, it's a very healthy drink. I often put just ginger in hot water. I think that it's so wonderful now that when you go to the grocery stores, you see these amazing selection of foods that you never could get before. So now you can buy ginger fresh and make your own lemon ginger tea. But got my yogi tea this morning. So anyway, hope that you're doing good. I wanted to chat with you today about something that comes up in my life, not too often anymore, because I've kind of learned how to manage this. But a lot of people find it difficult. And I thought I'd just have a chat based on an article that Cheryl Nicholson wrote for us about how to say no. Now, I read a really wonderful quote somewhere. It just simply said, "No is a complete sentence." You don't need to say anything else. No is a complete sentence. But I think because we've retired and we've perhaps got more time at home, people think that, oh, you're free. You know, you're not working. You're not in a 9 to 5. I can perhaps ask you for that favor because I'm busy or I've got other commitments. This often happens with children. They, if they have children of their own, they think, oh, well, I just call up, my mom and see whether she's come over or babysit that night and it's not give any notice and just expect that, oh, you've got nothing else to do. It's no problem. Now, if you love being with your grandchildren and you welcome any opportunity for an invitation, of course, it's very different. But I think what we're talking about here is the situations where people know that you're not working or know that you have more time perhaps on your hand, and they just feel like they can ask you for favors. And it's not really their fault. It's because you've established over the years between you kind of a relationship that you may be trying to break away from a little bit, but they are still stuck. They're in that, Margaret will do this for us, no problem. So it's, take me to the doctor, for example, to give me a drive to somewhere that I don't have a car, or maybe it's pick up something at the store or pop on over and help me fix something, or the kinds of requests you get. Volunteer your time for various things, and Cheryl talks about how to say no with an assertive tone, and it really is all about the way that you say no. And so she mentions, and I think this is a fairly obvious statement, that men do this pretty well. They know how to say no. That's just something they've learned, and all their lives they're comfortable with it. They say no. And that's it. End of story. Women tend to think sometimes that they have to help. They overhelp, overcommit. And there's also this, I think it's an internal DNA thing that actually we want to help. It's funny, when I was on a recent trip, actually it wasn't recent, it was last year, we were in a group of mostly women, and I swear every time someone had a problem, like how do we do this, 15 people came up and said, oh, I've got some bandages, I've got this, I can do that. It's just this desire. Women are so incredibly resourceful, in my opinion. So anyway, we always have an answer and we're always willing to help. It just seems part of what we like to do. But anyway, Cheryl says, here's some things to think about when someone asks you to do something now, these days. And ask yourself these 3 questions. 1, will it advance my life or the lives of others? 2, is it in line with my integrity? Next, can I live with the consequences of no? And there's a 4th one, actually. Does this person have my best interests at heart? So if you answer those questions in the negative, like, it's not going to advance my life or the lives of others, it isn't really in alignment with my values, I don't think I really can live with what might happen if I say no, and it's not for my best interest. If you have any conflicts around those answers, then, just obviously take a step back and reassess. But if you decide after that you want to say no, this is what Cheryl suggests. First, take some belly breaths. Deep breaths. Lower your voice. Add strength to your response. Stand up straight and get rooted. Don't feel like you have to move around or, you have to sit down or whatever. Just stand still. Stand rooted to the ground. And here's some ways that you can reply. No, I'm sorry. No, don't say I'm sorry. No, I can't. See, this is a natural thing. I'm sorry. Say, no, I can't take care of our grandchild on that day. I'm busy. What about next Thursday? Stop. That's it. Second, something like, no, I don't want to host this event in Easter. What about do something for you in September around Thanksgiving? Nice option, but say no. The other thing you can say is to someone, particularly in a group that you volunteered with, I think I've really done enough to volunteer with this group, and I think you should give someone else an opportunity. What about Julia? She's a great person. She can easily take care of this responsibility. Stop. I know she'd be great. So it's something like that. And then the other thing is, no, I can't sit and sell at the garage sale or at the church event or whatever it is you might be, but I'm happy to bake cookies. And really, you don't even have to offer an alternative. But if you want to make a nice no, you can just say, no, I don't want to do that. But how about this? So I think Cheryl then says, after using any of those 4 replies, you can expect a long pause. Just wait. And don't try to cover yourself and say, oh, never mind, I can do it, whatever. Just stand strong. And they're going to be in shock because you've always done it. You've always said yes, but now you're saying no. So just wait for their response. And it'll always be, something like a complaint like, well, goodness, your house is so much bigger than mine. I mean, you could easily host these 50 people. Guilt. What about, you've always been there for us. What's wrong? That's going to be a response. Or, look, it's a pressure. Everyone's waiting for you to help with this. Everyone's depending on you. Still say no. Another one is, well, if I had basically had something to give you if you came to that event and helped, a special gift for you, teasing you, baiting you. Say no. No, thank you. Another one is begging. Please, just this one time. We'll find someone for the next event, but please just help us for this one time. We really need you. It's up to you. Say no. And then denial. Okay, thanks. Well, we knew we could count on you. And you said, I just said no, but you're thinking this. But they'll say that. Okay, thanks. Great. And then again, there's an aggressive approach you might get, which is, look, we need you. This is your responsibility. And when people say any of those things, they're playing on your guilt. They're playing on your, baiting you. They're trying to persuade you. All those things are very common ways. And the best way that Cheryl says to handle that is to just basically just stop and repeat your statement. No, I'm sorry, but I can't do that on the Saturday the 5th. I'll be happy to help you in September, but I'm not able to help you with this event. If you give in at that point, I think if you've made the decision, you've asked those questions to yourself about if it's a good choice for you, if you've made the decision no, you really have to stick with it. Because if you give up that second time, then they're going to know you're weak. Weak in the sense that you will give in the next time. I'm not trying to be negative here, but I know how hard this can be. If you want to say no to something and you've got other priorities, other passions, then you have to be firm. And those are some ideas that Cheryl gives, that people are going to say back to you and then how to respond. It's your word. It's your life. It's your world. It's the things that you want to do, the things that are important to you, things that are going to change your life, make you happy. You don't always have to do the things you've always done before. It's your life, your time. And as Cheryl says, live it well. So I think that's very, very helpful information. Maybe you've had some thoughts along the way of how this applies to situations in your life, and maybe it's given you some ideas. Hope so. I really hope so. But anyway, I hope it's been good information for you. Do you have difficulty saying no to someone who requests your help? I have a feeling this is a fairly common situation. Do you have difficulty saying no to someone who asks you for help? leave your comments in the section below. Let's talk about how you handle it and maybe scenarios that might be of assistance to other women in our community. But for now, just have a great day. Have your cup of tea. Go out there. Say no when you need to. Say yes when you need to. And just have a great day, everybody. Take very good care. Bye-bye for now.